It's on. Just said I went live. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. Check it out on your phone too. Should pop it up in a second. Yeah, he come on yet.
Oh,
yeah. Cool. Hey, all right. Hey, Shalom, my count. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahushua,
Rakata Yahushua,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahushua,
Rakata Yahushua.
All right, hey, Shalom, my count.
Shalom.
Like I said, first and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. That's right. All right. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Single Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. And according to the Holy Scriptures, we're God's chosen people. That's right. Bonds to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all the brothers out there pushing knowledge and sincerity and truth. Shalom to the confusion of faces. Shalom to the few sisters out there pushing His word and sincerity and truth. Shalom. All right. We got a brother in the house out here in Cali, man. The brother Ashiyar from Charlotte. They got the bro Issachar in the house. You introduce yourself, brother.
And the brother Ash. Shalom.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna do a live show in the spirit of power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's right. Because hey, things are heating up, man. And what's going on in the news as far as this war with Iran, it's gonna happen regardless, man. Because even though that Donald Trump, DJ Trump, they want to go ahead and make that bombing, the Lord is gonna have these motherfuckers go to war for heritage sake, man. So these nations can be judged for our sakes, for His Son's sake, man. So one of these days, sooner or later, we're gonna wake up. It's gonna be an all-out war, man. So this lesson we're about to do in the spirit of power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Gonna be the Lord as a man of war in World War III, man. That's right. So without further ado, we'll get into these scriptures and Lord willing, an edifying lesson unto the very elect. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yeah, the second woe consists of World War II. That happened around the mid-1940s to the 1950s. All right. So the third woe coming quickly is in World War III, which is going to consist of the United States of America and their allies with Israel. And they're gonna battle with the Persians, the Iranians, the Chinese, and the Russians, man. And the rest of the other nations going to join in. It's going to be a full-fledged war. It's going to take place over there in the Middle East, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Decision, Armageddon, man. So we in some beautiful times, man. Beautiful, beautiful times, man. And giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You should be elated in the spirit. That's right. You should be lifting your head up high, even though you're catching hell. Whatever the situation going on with you, like, I was telling the brothers, I'll be feeling exhausted. But the most I got that fire in you to keep pushing, man. Because, man, we almost out of here, man. Imagine the apostles and elders over there in New York that have been laboring for quite some time, how they feel in the spirit. Of course, they calm, but, brothers, we should be happy, man. Not to deviate. It isn't the time to be backtracking. But we still got, some imposters amongst us, but it is what it is, man. Dealing with some other issues, but you're going to stay full-fledged on this on prophecy, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord.
Right, so that's what's going to happen eventually, man. These nations that's ruling right now, they're about to be thrown down. And the next rulership is going to be Yahushua and his friends. That's right. Yahushua and his friends, man. Yahushua and the chosen ones, the ones that's been predestinated, preordained, the ones that's been written in the book of life, the ones that's been chosen for this, the elect. We about to rule next, man. That's right. So we want this to happen. You got to pray to the Lord to let this thing go down, man. It ain't by coincidence why the days are flying. Time is flying, man. Time is fucking flying, and this gospel has reached the four corners of the earth, man. You got bros all over the planet right now teaching the word in the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You got brothers in Germany, brothers in Australia, brothers in the Caribbean, brothers in England, all right? All throughout the United States. So this is the gospel that Yahushua was speaking about in Matthew 24th chapter. And this is only for the elect. Lord willing, we are. Go ahead, brother.
Says the kingdom.
No, get that quick precept, brother.
Matthew, I got Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22. And it reads, it says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened."
All right, and that's why the days are being shortened, because it's twofold. It went into the 70 AD and what's going on right now. Because they about to martial law is going to be implemented on Israel all over again, man. And there's going to be so much death out here. The Lord going to speed things up. You got to realize, man, once they go into Iran, this thing going to move fast, man. It's going to be a domino effect, man. It's not going to be long and drawn out. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not slack concerning his promise, man.
That's right.
All right? That was it, brother.
Got a quick one for you. This is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 13. And it reads, "The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war."
Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Jealousy is being stirred up. They trying to find a way into Iran and all that stuff. And they trying to pull back. Iran is ready for war, man. Iran is ready for war, man. That's a whole another element over there. Like, that's not like when they invaded Iraq. I was there, you know, not the initial invasion, but you know, went over there, did 3 tours. You doing patrols, convoy ops, and they gave you like, oh, watch out for this enemy, watch out for that. It was no standing army. The only like real fight the soldiers and Marines had when they had to go into Fallujah, going into Baghdad. After that, and Ramadi, the bro was over there. Those like some crucial fights they've been in, man. And they just insurgents. There was no real standing army, man. They were United States military was far superior, man. And when Saddam's sons put up a fight, they got smashed. But the Iranians, the Persians, man, they're that's the whole nother element. That's the Shiite community. There's some diehard motherfuckers, man. So once this thing pop off, and then the Lord allowed the jealousy to stir up even more, it's gonna be a bloodbath for the United States troops in the United States military, man. Because in Iran, when you do your research, every male in Iran has to serve in the military for at least 2 years, and then women already as well. That's a whole nother element you're dealing with, man. You can't stop a suicide bomber, man. You don't know who's who. Just like that last Sicario movie that came out in the beginning of that last Sicario, in the beginning of it, they show like it was like people, they was chasing people from the border right out here in Mexico. In the midst of those people, you had, Muslims, and one dude got caught. He blew himself up in front of everybody by the border, but they already had sleeper cells here, man. And they got the call to go, blow himself up. It was like 5 guys, man, walking to a mall, a regular day. I think it took place in Denver in the movie. One stood by the entrance. The other motherfuckers went separate ways in the store. Allah walk by, boom. So they already here. So, bros, man, this thing about to be crazy as hell out here, man. They already got their people out here ready to go. They get that call. They're gonna go into these fancy malls. And Allah walk by, boom. The American people gonna suffer, man. And then a lot of you jakes that go to college, and if you want tuition assistance, if you want that, they have you sign up and make you check a box for selective service. What is selective service? Look it up. They can call you back for a draft. You're already in their little system when the draft is implemented, man. All right? That's what selective service. All you little punk ass motherfuckers out here, you're gonna get drafted, man. Because it's gonna be a bloodbath for these military members out here. All you motherfuckers want to hold on to this American dream. When continue to stay in this white man's military or do what the fuck you want to do. The Lord got something for you. It's called Armageddon on your bitch ass. That's right. And you women, and then I think the Army or the Marine Corps, they activated women to be in the infantry. Women out here in America, they ain't built like that, man. They ain't got no discipline like that, like them women over here in the Middle East. They ain't built like that, man. They're a bunch of bugged out individuals, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 42 and 13. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
Yeah, who's the Lord's enemies? All these heathens, man. All these heathens, man, starting with the so-called white race, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Elamites, because the people in Persia, they're Elamites. People in Afghanistan, they're Elamites. And the language that they speak is called Farsi. That's not Arabic, man. That's Farsi. You understand? The Saudi Arabians, they speak Arabic, so to speak, man. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the Lord's enemies, man. And he's gathering all the military troops, the Japanese, Chinese over there so they can get slaughtered, man. When Yahweh Shai come back with them chariots. Got that too. All right? So the Lord is a man of war, man. And all this thing that's being stirred up is for us, man. It's for us. That's right. It's for us, for his heritage. We are Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's heritage, man. Yeah, you, me, we man, our DNA is linked to the supreme being in the universe.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Go ahead, bro. Quick one for you. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8, and it reads, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms."
Yeah, you can elaborate on that. Send the text real quick.
"That I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." So as you see, according to prophecy, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gathering these nations, all right, in the so-called Middle East, all right, because in that region is where World War III Armageddon is going to take place, all right. The book of Joel tells you that the Lord is going to gather these nations in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. Yeah. All right. So all of these nations are about to be judged, man. And this is the vengeance of the Lord's temple, man. All right. Like the brother was going into, man. This is the vengeance of Israel, man. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faith brothers out there, man. All right. All of these calamities, all this military conflict that's going on in the so-called Middle East, this is for the nation of Israel, man. The Lord is about to avenge his temple, man. That's why the scriptures say, "Therefore wait ye upon me," man. Okay. We don't have to take matters in our own hands, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is doing this for us, for Israel, man. Starting first and foremost with the elect, man. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart or mind is in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will.
Right. So you see, so all these nations, leaders, all right, their minds are in the hands of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So he's putting a spirit, as we just read in Isaiah, the 42nd chapter, he's putting a spirit of jealousy, all right, upon these nations, man. All right. That's why you're seeing all the conflict. That's why you're seeing Donald Trump proud ass talking big shit, man. All right. That spirit of jealousy is worldwide, man. And you see all these nations are forming alliances, all right, against Babylon, America, man. All right, because judgment is coming, man. This is it. Like the brother said, man, you should be ecstatic about this, man. These are all the signs that determine the coming of our Lord, man. All right, and the end of this place, man.
Yep.
You see?
Yes,
yeah, man. It's beautiful, man. It's rejoice because your redemption draw at nigh, man. Lift up your heads because your redemption draw it nigh, man.
That's right.
We right there. We could wake up tomorrow, next month, whatever, man, and boom, a full-fledged war. They already sent 1,000 more troops over there. They already have troops over there. When I was in the Marine Corps shit, the way the Marines got around through the Navy, and the unit I was at was it's called a Victor unit, means deployable units. Right? So it's 4 units on one base, and each were all combat capability, combat ready. So we had to train and all that to go on deployment. So they had a rotation to go into the Middle East, man. It's a rotation. So if 2 units is back or 3, you already got a unit out there on ship with the Navy, whatever, man, with Special Forces, whatever, in the Marine Corps. There's always a rotation going on over there, man. So even though they send more troops is already over there, man. So it's just like that, this thing could pop off, man.
Just like that.
Just like that, man. Understand what I'm saying? So it's a little bit longer.
Yep. I got it for you, bro.
Go ahead.
It's Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah.
Yeah, the captivity of what that means, the Lord is bringing us back. The Lord is raising us back. That's right, man. That's right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is raising us back up. Fucking crazy in front of all these heathens, our enemies' eyes, man. Very very strategically and spiritually, man. We hey, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We gonna be, man, we war ready too.
That's right.
Because the Lord's gonna use certain of us to be his battle axe and weapons of war.
That's right.
And with thee he shall break in pieces what?
The
nations, man.
That's right.
Motherfuckers, man. All right? That's what we're about to do, man.
Esau know the scriptures, though. Esau know the scriptures. That's why he's created the super soldiers, man. You know, they spent what almost 15 million or 15 billion, one of them, to enhance soldiers' endurance, man.
Right.
You know,
come on, man. Transhumanism. Mixing human organism with robotics. They got that, man. RoboCop type shit. And then they're gonna use that for. They're gonna be hooked up with the chip and all that. They're gonna be controlled. Just like the movie Upgrade. Who do you think is gonna use that? Watch Upgrade, man. Shit. Watch that movie, man. That movie was crazy.
Oh yeah.
These motherfuckers are regular human beings, but they got robotics in them, man. They can move extra fast and extra strong. You already know the fighting moves you're about to do. Who do you think gonna use it on? They're gonna use it on, try to use it on the elect, man. Because they're gonna put that in their mind to put up a good fight. It's gonna be fun, man. You see?
Right. Says when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right. That's just dealing with the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, man. You got northern brothers in the house, man. Southern brothers in the house, man. Right. We back as one.
That's right, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. We ain't got time for the games. We ain't got time for the bullshit no more, man. I'm trying to rule, man. I want righteousness like the rest of you. I want righteousness around. I want a new body, man. Shit, a new spirit. I want to be at one with all the tribe, all my brothers, the elect. I want to be one with the Al-Bashim, one with the earth.
That's right.
Shit, man.
That's true rest.
Yeah, true rest. We gotta get the hell out of here, man. The fuck? Working like a goddamn slave every fucking day for money that doesn't make sense. That's not backed by nothing. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't living, man. This is punishment. Brothers, man. We're gonna truly appreciate if we make it to the kingdom. You're gonna, man, the scripture said we're gonna sing upon our beds, man.
That's right.
Shit, man. Go ahead.
It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And that's what's going on right now, man. That's right. Like I said, I'm speaking from experience. The United States Marine Corps always have a unit out there in the Middle East. And what you call that area, man? The hot zone. What's the name of that shit? The Strait of Hormuz over there in the what's that fucking area called, man?
Fertile Crescent?
No, man. I forgot the word they were using. When you go that whole area with Iran, and it's a term that they use, whatever. Because I remember, man, when we all passed through the area, the Strait of Hormuz, man, it's everybody's on, like the Navy personnel that, you know, do different things on the ship. Everybody's on high alert, man. You on high alert. The Marines are high alert. Anything could happen because they got they call it mines in the water and all that stuff, man. Anything could happen when you're going through that strait, man. Anything, man. Weapons are pointed at motherfuckers pointing weapons at each other, man. So it's always a rotation of a unit, a Navy unit. They call it Navy fleet, and on that fucking on those ships you have the Marine Corps personnel and their weaponry, man, with their special forces. I know that for a fact. I did 2 deployments, man. 2 deployments. The first deployment that we had, I was a young buck. Think I'm about to go goddamn Thailand, smash some ass, have a great old time, and guess what happened? 9/11 happened. Just like that. Just like that. We was in Australia. Not to, I won't talk. I ain't nothing. I'm just giving you an example. We was in Australia, and we got off ship, did like some exercises. We had to do some live fire. We went out when we had to train. We were training out there, and then I think after we did our training that same week, 9/11 happened, man. And what happened? They recalled all of us back to the ship, and they started sailing off the coast of fucking Afghanistan, man. Within a month, we was off the coast of Afghanistan. Because why? That's a hot zone. So they always have military personnel out there. So it's nothing. The point is nothing for that shit to go down, man. They always have military personnel in that area, man. Always, man. That's why they got deployments. 7 months out, 7 months back. So you come back, you train, whatever, man. I know that shit for a fact. So I was stationed out here in Camp Pendleton, man. Shit ain't a game, man. So just like that shit could go down, brothers.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, or Jehoshaphat.
Right. So when we went into Iraq, you had British personnel there. Like, who the fuck is it? You see all types of motherfuckers in Iraq, man. Like, who the fuck are these people? Oh, those NATO, you're higher up to that's NATO and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? So the nation's already gathered there, man.
Yep.
They're already there. We were supposed to go down to the Horn of Africa, Djibouti, and they had some Chinese personnel or whatever was down there, all that shit, man. They was giving us a briefing, man. All right? When 9/11 happened, they already had special forces over there, man.
Heavy.
The fuck out of here, man. It's not a game.
God.
All right, so the Lord is, man, them nations going to be gathered over there for this third world war. It's going to be crazy, man. All right, go ahead.
And will plead with them, therefore, for my people.
What for his who?
For my people.
Continue.
And for my heritage.
Oh, man. That's us.
Yep.
Lord's going to deal with their asses, man. How the Lord's going to deal with them? They're going to be killing each other. And how it's shy, and the angel's going to show up, and it's going to turn their ass into dust, man, powder.
That's right.
Dust and smell of smoke. All right, just like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, man.
God.
All right, motherfuckers gonna be getting zapped. You know?
God.
Hey, bro, I got the Hebrew word for heritage.
Go ahead.
It's nachala, which means possession, property, inheritance, portion.
Yeah, man. We're the Lord's possession. That's it. We're the apple of his eye, man.
God.
All right. And brothers, I was in different branches. You know what I'm talking about, brothers. I was in the army and all that shit. Because when that whole thing with Iraq popped off, Jake, that was in the army. They had to do 14 months out here. 14 months. Marines, we got in like did a couple of months. They pull us out because we got smaller personnel in there. Go in and they fuck shit up and pull out, and the army will take over. Right. Jake was in the army. Had to do 14 months, dog. I was like, shit. And then they got to where the Marine Corps had to do 12 months out that bitch, man. So what? Because they run out of personnel, so they'll have to bring back. That draft is coming, man.
Yep, it's coming. Full effect.
Yeah.
Last month, Trump talked about deploying 120,000 troops in the so-called Middle East, man.
Yeah. So
what the hell you think what time it is, man? This is the time of war. That's it, man.
Jake want to join the military now. You out your damn mind.
Come.
Let's stay out here and struggle.
Come.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
Will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
So that's the vengeance of his temple.
That's right, man.
You know? That's the vengeance of the Lord's temple, man. All these nations got to pay for what they've done to the nation of Israel, man. You can read about that in Psalms 83, Psalms the 2nd chapter. All right? How the nations came together in that conspiracy, all right, to destroy the nation of Israel, to make Israel to be no more of a remembrance in the earth, man. All right, so all these nations had their hand in the downfall of Israel, man. All right, so this is the vengeance of the Lord's temple. So this is the payback, man. Okay.
It says, whom they scattered among the nations and parted my land.
See, we've been scattered through slavery. All right, our families, tribes broken up, separated. You know. Right. Had our heritage beaten out of us, you know, our identity stolen. You know, you got Amalek and who else over the so-called Palestinians claiming that the Holy Land is theirs, and they ain't got shit to do with the land, man. All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's gonna purge all them heathen out of that land, man. Because you better believe Israel is gonna be destroyed too in this war, man.
Well, hell yeah.
It talks about the scriptures say what Jeremiah 50 that the least of the flock should draw them out, man. So this shit is going down, man. So if you don't believe and you bullshitting, bro, hey, that's the end of you, man.
That's right.
You know.
Jumping to verse 9. Proclaiming among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Prepare war. All right. Is that not happening all over your television, all over your mainstream news, all over your alternative media? All you see is war. All right. And that oil tanker thing that got hit.
Yeah.
All right. That was America that did that shit, man. Iran and all these other nations are calling that shit out. I saw the RT clip. Iran is taking that to the UN to prove that that torpedo that hit that oil tanker was from the US. You know, you have this tit for tat bullshit. Iran's lying, America's lying. Everybody knows what time it is. Everybody is caught up to America's false flags bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The same tactics they used to get Saddam out of power.
Yeah.
You got to come up with weapons of mass destruction and all that shit, 9/11 and all that crap. So it's gonna be a false flag about to happen out here in the United States. Something drastic about to happen, man. Issa can manipulate and put their propaganda and have just like with the people that they said supposedly blew up the Twin Towers.
Oh.
Right, on their passport, all that shit.
Right.
Propaganda, man. So something's about to happen. It's gonna be catastrophic, baby.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna be, man, listen, brother, we about to receive a new heaven, a new earth, man. I mean, it's gonna be the same earth, but it's gonna be revitalized. There's gonna be new rulership out here, man.
Fresh.
Yeah, everything's gonna be refreshed, man. You know. Go ahead, brother.
It says, wake up the mighty men and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your clap.
All the nations and their military might, their weaponry, their special forces. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, so a lot of these countries, especially Iran, a lot of their money goes into building up the military might. Same thing with Russia. At one point, after the Soviet Union got disbanded, they were, they didn't have all that military might. Now they're powerful as hell. They're very powerful, man. You understand what I'm saying? Those Edomites over there in Russia, man, some tough motherfuckers, but ain't nothing like the Tabernacle of David. We're gonna run through all these people, man.
That's right.
Through the strength of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But the American military, they're fucked, man. A bunch of soft ass people, man, in there, man. And they don't want the real individuals in there, so they got all these different rules, all that stuff, to where a real individual, real soldier, the real Marine, they get the fuck out, or they get kicked out. Like, fuck this shit. They got a bunch of sodomites and lesbians in there now. Come on, man. Who want to deal with that, man? A bunch of crybabies and all that shit, man. And then the Marine Corps boot camp was supposed to be the toughest boot camp in the United States. That shit got soft now, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's soft as hell now. So American society right now, the military might is based upon their technology.
That's it.
That's it, man. Go ahead.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
And Iran is not per se a weak nation as far as like what happened with Iraq or Afghanistan. No, they have backing, man. And they flex and they ready to go. That's a whole different terrain. You have to fight over a whole different mentality of people. Everybody over there is patriotic for real. Right. And they believe in their religion, man. That's a whole different element. You understand? And they backed by Russia. They backed by China. So they ready. Yeah. These are all world superpowers, man. That the Lord is gonna, put that war spirit in different nations. Somebody's gonna pull the trigger. Something's gonna happen, man. Real soon. Go ahead.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong.
I want to add on something to that because when you look at the situation with Iran and the U.S., all right, the main thing is Iran has they have heavy uranium, all right, and that's what they use to create this nuclear technology, all right. And there's been articles that came out on how Iran is basically enriching the uranium that they have. So they're gonna have power. They got powerful technology, man. And then it came out that China has been giving them technology that surpasses America's capabilities, man. So just knowing that alone proves to you that America is through, man. So if these nations, as we just read in the scriptures, let the weak say that they're strong. If these nations have that technology that's superior to America's technology, what does that mean for America?
It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, that's over there in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia. All right. Iran, call it Iraq, that different area, man. And Iraq always gonna have military personnel out there. Same thing with Afghanistan. There's a constant rotation of military personnel out there. Okay, Qatar, Kuwait, a lot of the military personnel for the United States. We fly into Kuwait first. Fly into Kuwait, and you get separated about whatever they got you. They're gonna do, and then they send your ass into Iraq, man. Or if you buy ship, you off the coast over there, and then you drive into Iraq, whatever they don't have you do, man. You understand what I'm saying? Iraq has military bases now, man. Different camps, they call it. They got Camp Fallujah, Camp Taqadum, all different camps, forward operation bases. You know, when shit was hot over there, I got sent to a forward operation base. That's you know, anything that happened, man. Motherfuckers getting blown up, sniped in the shit, man. Brother D-Mash can you know, attest to that. You understand what I'm saying? So there's military personnel already surrounding that whole peninsula, man. It's ready to go, man.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, Iran say ready for war. That's right. Everybody's this is wartime, man. War ready. Go ahead.
For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yeah, they're gonna be fighting and killing each other. Then Yahweh Shai gonna show up with the angelic forces, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be a flawless victory.
That's right.
One hit KO.
Yeah. You know, go ahead.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe, and come get you down, for the press is full.
Yep.
For the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision.
Yeah, all the different you know, army personnel, military personnel, other nations' army, and their tanks, the amphibious assault vehicles, the artillery, everything gonna be out there, man. Multitude. Yeah, men and women, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. And in the midst of that, man, Yahweh Shai, the angelic forces show up in the sky, man.
World War III.
Yeah, we in some beautiful times, man.
How can you not see this, man? You know, the Lord has made it clear, but He's made it clear to the elect.
Yup.
You know.
It says, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Right. The day of the Lord is near, man.
Yep.
Okay. The fact that we seen that strike, you know, that happened in Iran. This is the beginning of war, man. World War III, Armageddon. You know, I got a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verses 4 and 5, and it reads, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together." All right, so that tumultuous noise is the uproars of these nations, man. You know, the cry of war. All right, it says the noise of the tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Shai of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. All right, so he's gathering the armies, man. All right, when you go into this word mustereth, it goes into the gathering of the armies. You see, verse 5. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Shai and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Yeah, that's the missiles right there. So you got the military personnel, and the Lord's all weapon of indignation is the missiles, man. Yeah, man, it's both of them, a combination of both. Because what's going to destroy the whole land? The missiles, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nuclear fire.
Yeah, nuclear fire, man. God. That's the Lord's weapon of indignation right there, man. That's the Lord's armory. Shit, man. And we're gonna witness this if we, you know, part of the elect. It's gonna be a beautiful sight to see, and some of us brothers gonna be in the midst of that, kicking ass, man. You know, ripping bodies apart. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Running through these motherfuckers, man. Scripture said 1 Israelite shall chase what 1,000, and 5 Israelites shall what put 10,000. Come on, man. Joshua said, "Be of good courage, man." You know, yeah, man. Go ahead, bro.
Back at Joel 3 and 15, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars will withdraw their shining.
Yeah, why? A lot of explosion, a lot of smoke, fire, the chariots. You know, go ahead.
The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake.
Yeah, that's the chariots, man. That's right. What you call spaceships, the UFOs showing up. And you might hear a ram's horn. Who knows, man? The whole world gonna be like, "What the hell is that?" Everybody gonna stop fighting each other, look up, like, "Whoa!" Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'll be thinking, like, you know, I'm just speculating, like how the Man of Steel movie they had a couple of years came out with General Zod was looking for Kal-El, And every language was able to understand what he was saying. When he's saying, "You are not alone," and you can hear it in Spanish. You can hear it in Chinese. They call it what, Cantonese, whatever the fuck that language
Mandarin.
is. Mandarin. I really believe that's how Yahweh Shai gonna show up with all the different languages, gonna be able to understand them.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. I'm just speculating, man. And you're probably gonna see a hologram of him or him in a screen. Who knows, man? You know, every eye shall see it. Yeah,
That's right.
Every eye is gonna see that, you know, dark-skinned man. This is Yahweh Shai. Time to die.
God.
Yeah, man.
This shit is over.
This shit is over, man. You know, brothers gonna be chanting, man. But look at that, y'all. Brothers gonna get spiritual power. Man,
That's heavy as hell.
Crying of joy.
motherfucker.
God.
Brothers gonna be charged up. Brothers' bodies gonna be changed.
God.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
You gotta be spiritual, man.
Yeah, I'm just speculating, but you know, there's wisdom flowing in all things.
That's right.
It's good to have vision.
Yeah, man. Because we were serious, right?
God.
That man is still Superman movie. That well, I was the shit. When every country that broadcasted had some type of satellite system was here, was able to hear that man's journals are. I think that's how Yahweh Shai gonna show up, man. It's just speculating. Go ahead.
It says, but the Lord will be the hope of his people.
Yep.
People.
Yeah, we have hope. Rest of these bozos out here, they don't have hope, man. Go ahead.
And the strength of his children of Israel.
Come.
Oh, it's like of the children of Israel.
Right.
So,
Well, that's it on that, man. That's it. I want to jump to Exodus 15:3. I got some scriptures. I want to make some points real quick. Maybe go back.
Yeah, because it's going down, man. You know, it's going down. This is happening. All right. This is happening in your lifetime. All right. For the ones that want to scoff and talk shit. All right. This is about to go down, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Exodus 15:3.
Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war.
So even though Trump, I don't want to do nothing yet, it's still going to happen, man. It's right there. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh Shai Shar, a man of war. It's about to go down. Go ahead.
Yahweh is a man of war.
Uh-huh.
Yahweh is his name.
Right. Give me Psalms 24:8-10. And we get the Ezekiel, then whatever other precepts. Because the one in Ezekiel said the Lord will put that evil heart in them, something like that.
Evil thought.
Evil thought, yeah.
Said 24:8.
24:8-10.
Okay. So Psalms 24:8. Who is the King of glory? It says Yahweh strong and mighty, Yahweh mighty in battle.
Man. Go ahead.
Lift up your heads, O ye gates.
Lift up your heads, brothers. Lift up your heads. All right.
Psalms 24.
Yeah. Go ahead. One more time. Lift up what?
It says, lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up.
Yeah, that's dealing with us. We're the gates. We're the what you call a gate of our protection. We're the ones that the Lord is going to use to bring back our nation. The scripture clearly says, man, if it wasn't for the elect or the small remnant, a nation will build into Sodom and Gomorrah. That means totally destroyed. So we're the gates. We're those pillars. We're those precious stones coming back. Go ahead.
Ye everlasting doors.
Ye everlasting what? Doors. And we got the gate. We got the truth. We got the gateway to heaven. The kingdom of heaven is in all of us, man. You know?
True.
Yeah.
Start with his men first.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
And the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? Yahweh of hosts.
Yep. Yahweh of armies. I think the word there, the Hebrew word is Tazabah. Go ahead.
He is the King of glory. Salam.
Yeah, man. That's right. If you get Ezekiel 38. Because what's going on right now is all links up to prophecy, man. That's why we, push prophecy, education, great millstone, man. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord lead you to great millstone, you're going to get the 100% truth according to the Bible. That's all we have to give you is this truth. The Holy Spirit has to be dealing with you to have that eyes to see. Go ahead. And ears to hear. Go ahead.
The one from the top.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Right. So the land of Gog and Magog when you do your history, Gog and Magog were originally, the land of Gog and Magog were originally controlled by the Japhites, people of Hawaiian Samoan descent, and they got pushed up out of there, starting off, I believe it was the Greek Empire, all the way to Roman Empire, and Esau eventually got up in there. So the ones who's controlling Gog and Magog today are the Russians. All right, so the Bible speaks in code, man.
That's right.
That's what's over there in that land of Gog and Magog today. Go ahead.
And say, thus saith the
It
Lord.
said chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, that's dealing with the area of Georgia and Armenia. All right. Go ahead. And they took back Georgia a couple of years back, man. They invaded Georgia. A couple of years back, I believe it was it was like 2007. They did an invasion. You can look that up. They recently got that area back, man.
And Crimea too.
Yeah, they going back to because they lost that land when the Soviet Union fell and NATO started expanding out. Because the only reason why NATO was set up, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is to keep the Russians at bay. But the Mossad, you know what I'm saying, you get the Rothschilds, the international banking families, they play both sides. So they gave them money and they started building back up, man. Powerful ass army over there. Go ahead.
And say, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
So the Lord is the spirit that He has over there on the Vladimir Putin and his people, man, is bring them back to the old Soviet Union warrior state of mind, man. You understand? Mother Russia, and it's crazy. They fighting style as being judo, and sambo. Russian sambo, they into that grappling for real. That dude Khabib that whooped Conor McGregor ass, and that was an ass whooping. That shit was crazy. So we think what's gonna happen when the Lord really release Russian military troops and the American personnel and so on and so forth. They're gonna get their ass stomped out, man. They training that is very, very cold over there, man. They don't feel that shit. They're immune to pain out there. When you're in the Marine Corps, you have a ground command element. They have different packages of training that you have to do before you're deployable. It's called special operations capability, and you have to do a cold weather training. These motherfuckers in the cold goddamn time, jumping in the water and shit. So if you're not doing that shit all the time over here in the United States Army, you through. You're gonna get frostbite. You're gonna be fucked up. Then you have to do the desert package where you go out to 29 Palms Land and train in the sand. And then you have mountain training, which is out here in Camp Ponte. I know this shit, man. You understand? Different training packages you do. If you're on the East Coast, you got jungle warfare, or they send you Hawaii for jungle warfare. You know, these different things you have to do, man, to be special operations capable, man. Then you have another training package I had to do was urban warfare. They set up different towns and then mountains. I mean, out there in Camp Pendleton, you got to go out there and do like urban warfare, different scenarios, combat ops. I mean, not combat ops, convoy operations and all that shit. So they train you, man. You see, but those motherfuckers in that region, Russia, that's their region. They equipped like that. They built like that, man. You see, I remember I was in boot camp, I was tapping out, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them.
Yeah, man. That's why when Russia have like they do different parades, you'll see them with their military men and their weaponry, man. That's their horses and horsemen, their weaponry, their tanks, their missiles, big ass fucking missiles, man.
Size of a bus.
Yeah, like god damn.
The jets.
Motherfuckers marching. Ready, bro. I was like, look at this shit.
Perfect unison.
Yeah, man. Ready, man. They got this special forces, Spetsnaz and all that, man. All right, go ahead.
Clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Yeah, that's dealing with the military men and the different weaponry they have, man. All right, go ahead.
Persia,
the Iranians, man. All right, go ahead.
Ethiopia, and Libya.
All the different Muslim countries over there, Russia's going to back them up, mainly Persia. Go ahead.
With them, all of them with shield and helmet.
With their military might as well. Go ahead.
Gomer and all his bands.
Yeah, Gomer is Turkey. All right. Land of Turkey and their military might as well. Go ahead.
The house of Togarmah.
That's that same area as well. All right. Go ahead.
Of the north quarters. And all his bands.
And their military might as well. Go ahead.
And many people with them.
That's dealing with the other nations and their military might. Go ahead.
Says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Yeah, that's why Iran ain't scared. Because right now Iran can fuck up Israel, man. Them dirty rats over there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Israel is weak as hell, man. They're weak. You understand? They weak. All them little fine ass Amalekites they got in the military, man. What the fuck they gonna do, man? They gonna get raped. I remember Pastor did a video and they got military women patrolling the streets over there. I'm like, God damn, they fine as hell. They gonna, man, I can't wait. That's over. It's over, man. You know, they ain't built like them the Persians, man, or them Russians, man. All right, they over there taking part all type of homosexuality and all that. Them Russians and Persians, they very strict, man. They're disciplined. They don't fuck around with that homosexual shit, man. They'll put your ass to death, man. Play with that madness, man. Go ahead.
After many days, thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of the many people against the mountains of Israel.
Yep, that's dealing with the land of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Which have been always waste.
Yeah, that place ain't, ever since we left, since 70 AD, that place has not been the same. That was the last time, mainly, well, it was just Southern Kingdom there. Well, ever since that the Jewish war, so to speak, that land has been, you know, not desecrated, been desolate, man. All right, that land has not been flourishing. They got to fly like a lot of stuff that Israelis have over there. The Amalekites has been importation, from imports. That's why the scriptures say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. You look up Ashdod as one of their main ports where they send all the goods into. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land.
Yeah, man. That's dealing with Israel getting invaded and all that good stuff, man. That war is about to take place is going to be something, man. It's going to be crazy, brothers. And we're going to rejoice. Go ahead.
It says, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord power, it shall come also. It shall also come to pass. My bad. That at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
That's what I'm looking. That's even though Trump pulled back, the Lord gonna put an evil thought in one of those top officials, Donald Trump or what's his name, Ayatollah, whatever his name is, of Putin, one of the motherfuckers, and something's gonna go down, man. A false flag might happen. Go ahead.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
The land of unwalled villages dealing with over here in America, man. Yeah, everybody, ain't no protection out here.
People are comfortable.
Yeah, everybody's comfortable. Just like this movie called American Assassin. In the beginning of that movie, man, this dude, he saw this woman at the beach. Everybody, you know, in Cali, man, going to the beach is cool. But if I go, I'm circumspect, man. I'm moving American Assassin, man. So everybody, it was a nice sunny day. All of a sudden, Ishmael rolled up with some boats and started gunning motherfuckers down on the beach, man. I was like, oh, shit. Those type of things will start happening, man. There was no escape. He tried to save his woman. She's getting popped. The baby. I was like, oh. Yeah. The land of everybody out here is comfortable, man. You don't know what the hell is going on. Ooh. You know, go ahead.
Thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest.
Yeah, so you already got sleeper cells here, man. It's ready to take action. Ready to kill you You sorry ass Mexican. I mean, not Mexican. You sorry ass Americans. Them too. You sorry ass Americans, man. They're gonna slaughter you people out here, man. Suicide bombings. Motherfuckers gonna be getting gunned down and all types of shit gonna be going on out here, man. Go ahead, bro.
Quick precept. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, man, this place is gonna get touched. That's dealing with America. Also in verse 9, it says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be a cloud to cover the land. That's dealing with Armageddon as well. God. You know? Go ahead.
That's it on there, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
Back on Ezekiel 38 and 11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates.
Right, man. And that's dealing with this place getting destroyed. That's dealing with martial law. Shit. Dealing with suicide bombing, all kinds of shit, man.
Invasion.
And an invasion. You understand? Stop at verse 12.
Come. It says to take a spoil and to take a prey.
Yeah, people gonna be coming in your houses. These foreign troops speaking that Russian language, whatever the Chinese language. So you stupid ass 2/3 out there, man. All right, go ahead.
To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited.
Right. So these different cities are being inhabited, and soon it's gonna be a desolate place, man. You're gonna have roadblocks and all that stuff. All right. These apartment buildings and places like that will be burning down, man. Go ahead.
And upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gone cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Right. That's it on that. So yeah, man, your brother got any other precepts, man? That's the main point I want to bring out, and end it off.
Maybe Isaiah 34 would get off of that.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much going into Armageddon, World War III.
Yeah,
you know, we can bring that out. And, close it up to the spirit.
You want me to read it to you, bro?
Yeah, Bob Shah.
You said 34.
Yep. Start at verse 1.
Come.
Yeah, a lot of brothers alive right now, man. It's the spirit of the Lord.
Right. That's right. I got it, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein in the world, and all things that come forth of it.
Yep.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
For the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, is upon all nations, man. Which the brother was just breaking down, man. World War III. Go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
All the armies, all right? All these nations' military is about to be eradicated, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter.
Yep. Yeah, that's he already saw that prophecy, man. So we just got to play it out. That's what the Lord's getting ready to do, man. Destroy these nations.
Press play.
Yeah, man. Man, yeah.
It says their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come up out of their carcasses.
Right, and that's the after the battle of Armageddon, when the birds gonna have that feast on those dead bodies on the captains and kings, eagles and ravens and vultures and all. The scriptures say, man, the Lord gonna allow these birds to have a great feast over there. Go ahead.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Yep.
And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's the mushroom cloud from those thermonuclear weapons, man. That's right. The ICBMs. Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from off the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
What's the Lord's sword? The ICBMs. That's right. Who's Idumea? The Edomites. Man, the Lord said, my nations to gather the nations for my judgment, man. That's mainly these Edomites, man. The so-called white race. Those are the real Neanderthals, man. That's right. Jacob have I loved, but what?
Esau have I hated.
Man, you crackers gonna go.
Yep.
You got it, man.
Bro, and it said bathed in heaven, meaning there's gonna be a shitload of missiles.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
so,
200 million missiles.
mhm.
Go ahead.
And it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Yep, the people of the Lord's curse, man. Proverbs 3:33. It says that the curse dwells in the house of the wicked.
Man,
Esau is the border of wickedness.
that's it. Hurt has been given into the hands of the wicked. Done deal, man.
Over.
That's it.
This one, it says the sword of the Lord is filled with blood and is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats and with the fat of the kidneys of the rams.
That's dealing with sacrifice, man. So like in the ancient days, when you do a sacrifice with the animals, you got to cut off all that extra fat and all that stuff. The Lord is what happened to that fat? They burn it. So that's what's going to happen to you people out here. The Lord is going to sacrifice. He's going to kill you off, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
For the Lord had the sacrifice in Basra.
Yeah, Esau, America. Go ahead.
It says and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Great slaughter about, man, brother. This thing is happening, man. Great slaughter is coming to America. Great slaughter is coming to over there in Armageddon, Middle East, man. Great judgment is about to happen to this world, man. That's right. I mean, it's already going on, but the Lord is going to escalate this thing, man. That's right. Millions of people will fucking die, man. You about to witness some shit.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, yup. You understand? Go ahead.
And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with their bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood.
Yeah, the unicorn, when you look that up, is dealing with their military might, their technology, and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompenses of the controversy of Zion.
That's the spirit. As I was saying, you see,
Zion,
for the controversy of Zion, this is the vengeance of the Lord's temple right here, man. The Lord is doing this for us. Okay. Hey, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Beautiful, man. It's a beautiful morning. No, beautiful day. Like that song. Man, brothers, it's good to be alive, man.
That's right.
What was that song? It's good to be alive. It's good. Yeah, I don't know what song that is, man. But yeah, man, rejoice, man. Be around brothers, man. Be brotherly. So that was it.
That's it.
Yeah, brothers, purge all them fucking demons in you. Speak for myself, man. Work on yourself. Examine yourself thoroughly. Crush them wicked ass thoughts. Whatever you gotta do, man. Have some discipline, man. The judgment is at hand. You understand? Judgment is, this thing ain't no joke, man. Judgment is at hand, man. So giving all praises, man. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. Up on to your apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to all you brothers, man. And stay the fuck up, man. We almost out this bitch, man. Rejoice for our salvation. Joy, nah. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.